Today, we're going to be ranking the best dropshipping niches for 2026 in a tier list. From S tier niches that are actually built to scale, all the way down to niches that look good, but are actually quite destructive to your stores. Because your niche actually controls your margins, it controls your refund rates, and how hard ads are to run. Now, every niche today is going to be judged on 3 expert criteria. First is demand durability. Is this niche evergreen, or does it completely rely on trends, seasons, or hype cycles to survive? Second is operational difficulty. This is the part that most people ignore. Shipping timelines, return rates, breakage, customer support volume, all of this stuff actually determines whether you keep your profits or spend your profits or lose them. And third is platform and profitability fit in 2026, meaning can you run ads without getting restricted? Does it work on TikTok and Meta? And can you price a product high enough to survive rising costs? Oh, and can you scale without constant account issues? And one thing to be very clear about, in 2026, platform safety and operations matter more than your raw margins. A niche that makes money but constantly gets flagged is not S tier. Speaking of S tier, let's go ahead and figure out what these different tiers mean. So S tier means build a brand, scalable, and durable. A tier is going to mean strong money potential with good execution. B tier is going to mean it works, but it comes with a few trade-offs. C means hard mode, straight up. And D tier means it's not going to be worth the stress. All right, let's start ranking. So to start us off, we are going to be talking about pet products. Pet products are one of the strongest dropshipping niches going into 2026. And honestly, they've been strong for a long time. Pet owners, they buy emotionally. They don't price shop the same way that we do with, let's say, electronics. If something improves their pet's comfort, their safety, or their cleanliness, they're gonna buy it. And truthfully, they don't hesitate. Now, operationally, this niche is amazing. Most pet products are lightweight, they're not really fragile, they don't require sizing, and don't need complicated instructions. That alone removes a massive amount of refunds and customer support headaches. Now, from a platform standpoint, pets absolutely dominate on TikTok. You don't need any fancy creatives. The animal themselves, whether it's a dog, a cat, a parakeet, even a fish, the animal is going to be the creative. Short videos, UGC, reactions, problem solution clips, all of it works. Grooming tools, pet hair removers, cat seat covers, feeding accessories, they all have very strong margins, repeat buyers, and easy branding. This is a textbook S tier niche. All right, moving on to niche number 2. Next up, we have home organization, and this is another easy S tier. People are constantly reorganizing their lives. They're moving apartments, they're downsizing, they're having kids, they're starting to work from home, they're going back to the office. Clutter never disappears, which means demand also never disappears. And yes, some products are bulkier, but here's the key difference. These are intentional purposes. People buy them to solve very specific problems. So returns are a lot lower than impulse gadgets. Platform-wise, this niche thrives on TikTok because it's visual and it's satisfying. Before and after videos, drawer restocks, pantry organization, it's pretty much instant clarity for the viewer. Think about drawer organizers, closet systems, space-saving kitchen items. They're all brandable and they're all scalable. This is one of the safest long-term niches that you can build around in 2026. Clear S tier. Now, quick pause. If you like videos that break down what actually works in dropshipping without all of that extra fluff, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We drop niches, products, and strategies every single week. All right, with that, also make sure you like, and let's move on to niche number 3, beauty tools. Now, in 2026, these are still a strong niche, with one big caveat. We're not talking about miracle creams or crazy medical claims. We're talking about tools that fit into an existing routine. Think facial massagers, hairstyling tools, at-home beauty devices. These products, they perform extremely well because they're visual and quite frankly, they're very easy to demonstrate. Where this niche drops from an S tier down to an A tier is gonna be risk management. If you overpromise results or lean too hard into certain claims, refunds and ad disapprovals are going to start happening fast. But if you position your products around convenience, self-care, and experience, this niche scales beautifully. I almost fell there. Content performs well, price points are healthy, and branding opportunities are very, very strong. It's a very powerful niche. It just requires discipline. It's a solid A tier. Now, niche number 4. Fitness accessories are another strong A tier niche going into 2026. Let's make sure that we know what we're talking about here. We're not talking about supplements, we're talking about fitness accessories. Things like resistance bands, recovery tools, posture products, home workout gear. Problems that solve simple, everyday problems. Operationally, these are super easy to ship, and they're easy to understand, and they usually don't break. Returns are very manageable if expectations are set correctly, and from a platform perspective, fitness content constantly refreshes because new people start their fitness journeys pretty much every single day, every single week, or every single month, or even every single year. There's always a new audience. Now, competition is real though, which is why this stays in the A tier. But with smart bundles, smart positioning, and marketing, it's still a very good niche. Now, if you do want to speed up your product research for any of these niches, AutoDS makes this way easier. You can find winning products, you can import them, you can automate your pricing and your stock, and fulfill your orders without having to juggle a bunch of different tools. Links are going to be in the description if you want to check it out. So with that, now let's talk about niches that work, but come with some baggage. Starting with niche number 5, baby products. Baby products absolutely sell, but they are not necessarily beginner friendly. Parents buy emotionally, but they're also extremely sensitive to quality, safety, and shipping delays. If something arrives late or if it simply feels cheap, refunds are going to start to happen. Customer support expectations are higher here than pretty much with any other niche, and ad messaging needs to be very, very careful and very clear. This niche can be extremely lucrative, especially for experienced sellers, but for most people, it's a B tier, not necessarily an S tier. All right, next up at number 6, we have kitchen gadgets. Now, these used to be S tier, but in 2026, they're firmly a B tier. And the reason for this is going to be primarily quality and consistency. It's going to be the biggest issue here. Breakage leads to refunds, and competition is brutal because everyone sells the same exact gadgets. If you find a truly unique problem solver and bundle it properly, this niche can still work, but most people are going to struggle in this part. All right, moving on to niche number 7, we've got travel accessories. And this is one of those niches that looks way better than it actually is once you're running it day to day. On the surface, travel products make a lot of sense. People are excited, they're already spending money, and they're looking for things that makes trips easier. Packing cubes, neck pillows, travel organizers, all of that stuff definitely sells. The problem is that this niche is very seasonal and very time sensitive. Demands are going to spike very hard before the holidays and before summer travel, and then they're just going to drop off. And operationally, travel is less forgiving. If something doesn't arrive before a trip, customers don't care whose fault it is, whether it's your fault or the shipping company's. They just want a refund. They're not going to need it. It works, but best as a seasonal or a supplemental niche, which keeps it in the B tier. All right, next up we have phone accessories. Look, phone accessories are very lucrative, but they're very tough in 2026. Margins are very thin. Competition is absolutely insane, and customers expect Amazon level pricing and delivery speed. You can still make money here, but you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. So this is a C tier. All right, next we have fashion, which looks exciting until returns start coming in. Sizing issues, subjective taste, shipping delays. It's one of the really hardest niches to scale, unless you're building a real brand or doing something like print on demand. So for that, this stays C tier. Now, up next we have electronics. And electronics is where stores sometimes might go to die. There's defects, there's warranties, there's angry customers, there's chargebacks, there's all of it, and it stacks up fast. Unless you have supplier control and capital, this is going to be a D tier for now. Now, at number 11, we have supplements. Now, supplements are actually pretty high risk, and they're heavily restricted. There's a lot of ad disapprovals, there's compliance issues, chargebacks, and for a lot of people, it's not going to be worth it. So supplements, we're going to leave at a D tier. So here's the final board. S tier, you have pet products, home organization. A tier, we have beauty tools and fitness accessories. B tier, we have baby products, kitchen gadgets, and travel. C tier, we have phone accessories and fashion. And D tier, we have electronics and supplements. Now tell me, which niche did I underrate? And if you want a part 2 where I break down the best products inside, let's say, the S and the A tier niches, let me know down in the comments below. Huge thanks to everyone for watching. My name is Mario with AutoDS, and I will catch you all next time.